Hey, what's happening, my friends? Yes, that is what I hear going through my head every morning when I wake up. That is what Jonathan Budd has done for me. I hear that message, that voice reminded me that I can do this. Now, listen, I got into this business, into network marketing, and I knew nothing about it. I had no idea. I thought it was all about selling the products. Well, I fell upon maybe, I guess, some videos along the way. I don't even remember where it started, but it was one of Jonathan Budd's videos, and I was so intrigued by him. He gives a story like nobody else can give a story. And I'm telling you, he can capture your interest. And every time I try to venture out and go watch somebody else thinking there's got to be somebody else out there that can teach me something, it all comes back to what Jonathan Budd is teaching. Now listen, the first product I ever bought from Jonathan Budd was the MLM launch formula. And I'm going to tell you, it changed my life and it changed the way I do my business. I had a webinar scheduled with another guy who does pretty much the same thing as Jonathan Budd does. And in fact, I think he trained him also. Well, when we had this webinar scheduled, basically it was on building a Facebook fan page and building a landing page on that. Well, we had decided that this was something we were going to offer out to everybody, give them some education on this, and then of course do what the MLM launch formula has taught us, sell something on the back end, which was obviously our business. All right, when we set this up, sent it out to our list, I didn't hear from him, the guy I was partnering up. I didn't hear from him the entire time we were marketing this. I was on my own. This was my first shot at this, and I thought for sure he was going to tell me, hey Michelle, this is what we're going to do to get this webinar going. This is how we're going to sell it at the end. This is how we're going to get all these people in, and you're going to make a fortune. Well, guess what? I didn't hear from him till 5 minutes before that webinar started. And let me tell you, I was sitting in the MLM launch formula and I happened to be on the module about webinars. I was actually just going to give a webinar on how to build a Facebook page and a landing page. No, I had no idea what was involved in how you present a webinar and how you offer more and you give bonuses, and all that came from Jonathan Budd. I don't know what had happened that day, but I just happened to focus on it, and there it was. He told me exactly what I needed to do. The MLM launch formula is amazing. It is well worth every single penny I spent on it, and it has changed my life, and it has changed the way I've done business. I recommend Jonathan Budd to everyone. Every time I come across someone who says, I want to do what you do, Michelle, will you help me with this? Will you mentor me? Of course I will. But if you really want to grasp a hold of how to do this, when that light bulb moment comes on in your head, you've got to listen to Jonathan Budd. And that's exactly what I tell everybody I come across. And I'm telling you, I have even ventured out to this day to try to find somebody better. And there is nobody better than Jonathan Budd. He speaks to me. I am a mother of 2 children. My job was a stay-at-home mom. I went through a divorce, found I had to get back into the work world, and I was a therapist for children with autism, and I realized very quickly that my children still needed me at home. So you know what? I found a way to make this work, and I thank Jonathan Budd for everything, and I cannot wait to meet him one day. And one thing I want to share with you, and it's kind of funny, you know, I watched Jonathan Budd's MLM launch formula. I'm on his email list, so I run across his videos all the time, and I want to say, I'm sorry, Jonathan Budd talks a lot. He does. It's great, but he does. But let me just show you something. In my office here, as I'm watching these videos, first of all, let me show you the results. Do you see this? Wait, maybe I should do this arm. You see that? Right there? Those are my muscles, okay? I have ab muscles. I'm not going to show you those. But here's why. Because while Jonathan Budd's videos are going on, they tend to be long. I'll admit that. You guys know that also, but there's so much information in there, and he speaks from the heart, and he gives you the information. He wants you to do well. I truly believe that. So this is what I do. I lift weights almost every day. I get emails from Jonathan Budd and I lift weights during his video. Or I get down on this floor right here and I do sit-ups. So that's how I also got this body. I know, we don't need to go there. But the fact of the matter is, Jonathan Budd has changed my life. He's put more money in my pocket. He has changed the way I look because I exercise in this room while I listen to him speak to me. And I will not go a day without listening to what he has to say and what he has to offer. So if anybody out there wants to know how to master their business online, they need to hook up with Jonathan Budd. Don't even look elsewhere. I'm telling you, I've done it. I've looked elsewhere. It all comes back to him. He knows what he's doing, and I highly, highly recommend him. So I'm going to continue waking up every morning and hearing those words, "Hey there," in my head. And I'm going to continue learning from you, and I totally recommend you to everybody. And I want to thank you for everything you have done and everything you have taught me, because honestly, I wouldn't be where I am today without you. Thanks. Bye.